What if a romantic weekend meant to heal old scars rips them wide open and ends with a plane in trouble? That's the heartbeat of Heartland Season 19, Episode 3, a tender, messy, funny, and gripping hour where memories bite back, friendships spark, and family pulls you through. Episode 3 doesn't braid one big storyline. Instead, it flows through several parallel arcs, each with its own emotional pull. Amy and Nathan's trip to Pike River, Lou's uneasy teamwork with Gracie, Jack's run-in with a hot-headed hockey player, and Katie's battle to find her confidence with the rodeo flag girls. The result is a living, breathing slice of Heartland. Different corners, same soul. Let's start with Amy. Her plan sounds simple. Travel to Pike River with Nathan, train 2 horses headed for rescue work, and maybe sneak in a little romance. But what happens when the past refuses to stay quiet? The moment Caleb and Ashley decide to tag along, despite Amy and Nathan's polite hints, the air turns awkward. By the time they arrive, the tension is humming. Then comes the first gut punch. The cabin Amy booked is the very one she once shared with Ty. 1 bed, 1 bathroom, 1,000 memories. Nathan suggests finding another place, but Amy can't bring herself to abandon the history in those walls. Can love grow where another love still lingers? The answer hides in every strained glance. Training the horses should be a welcome distraction, yet even there the past casts a shadow. One horse is steady but unproven, full of promise if handled with care. The other is jealous and quick to challenge, volatile, watchful, a mirror for Amy's tangled feelings. Old wounds, new beginnings, and the fear that they cannot live in the same room. As Amy and Nathan work side by side, they make progress with the animals, but something fragile between them begins to crack. Ashley doesn't help. She steers conversation back to the good old days, tossing out fond memories that include Amy and Caleb, but never Nathan. Where do you stand when you're not part of the story behind someone's smile? The answer lands hard in a hot tub scene that should be easygoing, but turns painfully awkward after Ashley blurts, "It's so great having the 3 of us together." The silence after says everything. Nathan is on the outside looking in. Things skid further when Ashley accidentally walks in on Nathan in the shower, an honest mistake that only sharpens every edge. An old confession from Caleb to Amy resurfaces, and the room fills with feelings no one wants to unpack. Ashley snaps at Caleb. Nathan withdraws from Amy. Amy, in turn, feels Ty's presence in Pike River like a ghost that won't leave. How do you choose the present when yesterday keeps knocking? Then the phone rings. Nathan's father has been in an accident. The call becomes a test and an escape all at once. Nathan decides to fly home and asks Caleb to take him back, urging Amy to stay and finish the horse training, and maybe face what she's been avoiding. Amy agrees. But fate doesn't stop to ask permission. On their flight, Caleb and Nathan run into plane trouble, and the episode leaves us on a sharp cliff. Who walks away and what changes if they do? Back in Hudson, a different spark catches fire. Gracie rides out of the woods with a rifle, hunting a wolf that's been preying on the Price herd. She wants Lou's help, and she's not shy about pushing. She needles Lou about leaking grain information to Nathan, teasing with a pointed little birdie remark. Their exchange crackles. 2 smart, stubborn women who hate backing down. What happens when 2 flints strike? Sparks, and sometimes respect. Lou is busy drowning in paperwork and production reports from Garland, but Gracie won't let go. She shows up at Heartland with a rifle and a plan. Lou reluctantly agrees to go, grabbing Jack's gun on the way. Out in the open, Lou proves something important. She's not helpless with a firearm or the outdoors. "I grew up on a ranch. I know a thing or two," she says. And for a moment, the ground between them feels even. Can rivals turn into partners when the stakes get real? Just as they're set to track the wolf, Gracie receives a call. Her father has been in an accident. She rushes off. Lou, alone with her fear in the wild, tries to return to her desk life, but the wolf crosses her path. She fumbles, freezes, and then Gracie reappears at the last second. Afterward, the 2 finally breathe. Lou admits she suspected Gracie had made up both the wolf and the father's accident. Gracie, blunt as ever, says both were true, and with a wry twist adds that she already finished Lou's production reports a week ago. Different rhythms, same grit. Their dynamic lands in a sweet spot, rivalry with a backbone of respect. In another thread, Jack's day takes a turn when he catches a young man vandalizing his truck. His temper flares, his bad leg protests, and what looks like a simple case of punk kid becomes something else. The boy is a hockey player who thought Jack's truck belonged to someone who harassed a waitress. Wrong target, right anger, terrible follow-through. He tries to make amends but stumbles over what making amends really means. When Jack threatens to report him, the kid panics. One record could crush his shot at a career. Jack sees a flicker of his younger self in the boy, stubborn, raw, and not past saving. He does what Heartland does best. He believes in a second chance. He offers the kid a deal, work off the damage as the newest ranch hand. No shortcuts, no speeches, just honest labor to set things straight. Isn't that the Heartland way? Fix the fence, fix yourself? Lisa once said Jack would find help on his own terms. He proves her right. Meanwhile, Katie's not chasing wolves or catching vandals. She's chasing rhythm. She wants a spot with the rodeo flag girls, but she's behind the others, and River keeps pressing her flaws. The criticism wears thin. Quitting looks easy. Lou steps in, not as the paperwork whirlwind or the reluctant hunter, but as a steady mother. She tells Katie to stay the course. Keep trying. Keep breathing. By the end, River softens and admits she's been too harsh. It's a small step, but a real one. Sometimes the win is not the ribbon. It's the voice inside that doesn't give up. Katie's arc this season is clearly about confidence, and here, she takes a true step forward. Across these threads, Episode 3 holds on to a clear theme: family, forgiveness, and the courage to face what hurts. Amy's arc is the storm center, and Pike River is the lightning rod. The cabin, the horses, the accidental interruptions, the call about Nathan's father, they all point to the same question. Can you build something new when your heart still lives in a room down the hall? The episode doesn't rush an answer. It leaves one story dangling in the sky with Caleb and Nathan's plane, asks Amy to look the past in the eye, and shows Lou and Gracie testing each other until respect appears. Jack turns a mistake into a path forward. Katie learns that criticism is not a verdict. It's also an episode that knows how to breathe. The humor sneaks in at perfect moments. The hot tub awkwardness, the rifle banter, the lopsided way the young hockey player tries to pay for it and misses what paying really means. These beats don't undercut the drama. They keep it human. Isn't it easier to tell the truth when you've laughed together first? By the final moments, the balance is set. Partial closures at home and a dangerous open question in the sky. We're left watching the horizon over Pike River and the runway lights far away, wondering who lands and what that landing will cost. For Amy, the next step will be the hardest one, deciding whether love is a memory you visit or a life you choose. Today, with both hands. Episode 3 delivers what fans come for. Genuine character moments, humor threaded through tension, and a firm grip on the show's beating heart. Amy's reckoning sets the stage for a turning point with Nathan. Lou and Gracie spark and surprise. Jack proves mercy can be work, not weakness. Katie finds a little more of herself. And that cliffhanger? It reminds us that peace in this world never sits still for long. When the past, the present, and a failing plane all demand an answer, which one do you answer first? Stay tuned.